What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This week we will be covering a weekly trading breakdown, and we will be covering the one singular trade that has gone very well in accordance to my systems and in accordance to the flow of how my strategy works. I'll be breaking down the analysis of the only pair which I traded, purely due to me staying disciplined within my strategy and my plan. So in this video I'll be talking purely about just the trade that I've taken, a little bit more about myself and what I do outside of trading, and the importance of where I currently sit in terms of accountability, and also just general life progress, and essentially for me to just kind of look back and realize and post this to those who may need help or who want to know any more further about the journey that I'm on. So yeah, let's get into it. So what I saw this week on a gold chart. Now, we know from all-time high that we had a sharp sell-off, as we know, based on all the external news that was happening. Let's just see if TradingView is going to work here. There we go. Okay, yeah, so price sold off 26%. Okay, now price is currently down 13% from all-time high on the daily. So I knew this area was a local area of support based on Fibonacci retracements, and the reason why I say this is because I had calculated or had knew based on the advanced Fibonacci analysis that this was definitely an F5 or a 618 retracement. Bearing that in mind, on the daily, dropping down to the internal structure of price, you could see we had the sharp sell-off and price continued to dump. Now we found a local bottom. Price was probably oversold on the RSI during this period, therefore we found the local bottom, and we call this a lower low as shown, and essentially price has now continued to push, made a lower low, a lower high, a higher low, and a new breaker structure, and making a new high. Price made a higher low, pushed up again, made a lower high, a higher low, and potentially will be pushing up here. Now if you zoom in, you can see currently on the 4-hour time frame I had plotted a local Fibonacci expansion wave based on the Fibonacci analysis, and what this is telling me is we have our first level being a COP standing for a contracted objective point. This is being an OP, and this is B as an XOP. So typically in advanced Fibonacci analysis we have 3 levels: the contracted objective point, the objective point, and the expanded objective point. Now currently on the 4-hourly, price has tapped into this level. You can see it's tapped into OP and rejected off of it, so we know that there's sellers at that level internally. And based on the open, so this month's open was on Sunday the 12th of April, therefore this area was an area of interest for me. And the reason why I say that is because this level lines up, right? 4661, we rejected off of 483. So if you do now a support retracement, then that leads to, let's have a look here. So you got one level there, and then another level here. There we go. Right, So that is your zone of interest. The reason why I say that is because this is a confluence area, therefore price tapped in and then heavily bounced, which made sense for it to push internally. And dropping down to the lower time frames, you could see price continued and was pushing up, making higher lows and higher highs. And my system told me purely on this basis that if we do break this structure here, we enter a buy on that candlestick with a more than above average volume and a fixed risk to reward profile. Therefore, on that basis, we hit take profit within this day. And yeah, that's basically the trade breakdown for gold this week on my trading account and accountability. So yeah, that's essentially where I'm at in terms of trading these markets and going forward. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask about my strategy or anything that you have, or anything you want to discuss in the comments of how I developed this. Feel free to pop it in. And I like to be unique. I'm a higher time frame trader, and I tend to look at the higher time frames, not so much the 5 minute. I only look at the 5 minute currently because of me having to backtest other pairs to see if I can gain a profitable edge with potentially scalping, but that's kind of not my cup of tea at the moment with trading, purely due to the fact that I have a full-time job and I'm also a degree apprentice. So I go to university and I also work majority of the time, so it can be a lot balancing everything. But yeah, if you guys want more information on what I do in terms of my degree apprenticeship, feel free to say that in the comments, and I'll be probably uploading some videos on some content at a later stage. But purely due to how this and the outcome of this channel is going to be niched down to trading and trading content only, and yeah, it's just an accountability state just to kind of give an overview of where I'm at in terms of trading. Overall on this year, currently down about £1,000 in the first quarter of this year. So if anything, it's purely due to how I have led myself into trading into other assets and not trading responsibly and not trading my system. And the reason why I know this is because I had journaled this. So it's just that element of accountability again. So I'm out here to just give pure good advice. I'm not out here to scam or tell anyone this, that, the other. We're retail investors and we're trying to make money where there's opportunities that lie, and I'm not out here to scam anyone. I'm here to just give pure advice to those who want to make it or build a system, or if they have any questions about the industry alone. So yeah, I think having this pure advice and giving this out for free is the best way, and it holds you accountable. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to speak about, and I hope you guys have another wonderful week of trading, and yeah, take it easy and peace out.